Police arrest 2 students, one of Moroccan origin, over the murder of 6 people shot dead in a Quebec City mosque carnage 2 days after Canadian PM condemned Trump immigration ban. Police have arrested 2 students, one of Moroccan origin, over the murder of 6 people shot dead in the Quebec City mosque carnage 2 days after Canada's Prime Minister condemned Donald Trump's immigration ban. Gunmen opened fire on worshippers as they prayed at Quebec City Islamic Cultural Center at around 8 p.m. last night in an attack branded cowardly and barbaric. Witnesses claimed the masked killers shouted Allahu Akbar in what sounded like a Quebecois accent as they went on the rampage, killing 6 and leaving 8 injured. Police have arrested 2 people, with one said to be of Moroccan origin and both understood to be students from Quebec's Université Laval. The shooting unfolded after a weekend which has seen U.S. President Donald Trump's divisive and controversial Muslim immigration ban spark widespread protests across America. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had said that his country remains open to all immigration, insisting diversity is our strength. One attack suspect was detained at the mosque and the other was caught after a chase that ended near L'Île d'Orléans, around 15 miles from the scene. There are reports this morning that one suspect called emergency services to confess to his crime because he felt bad about the atrocity and wanted to shoot himself. According to Le Soleil, the 27-year-old's Mitsubishi was pursued towards Félix Leclerc Highway before he stopped the vehicle himself. He is said to have had at least 1 handgun and 2 weapons that resembled Alaska 47 seconds single quote on his back seat. The same website says searches have since taken place at 2 addresses in the city. This morning, one of the victims was named as Abdelkrim Hassan, a married father of 3 who worked in IT for the government. Trudeau has described the mass killing as a terrorist attack on Muslims. There are reports this morning of the carnage that unfolded inside the mosque, with eyewitnesses saying the attackers wore black cagoules. Hamid Naji says friends inside the building had told him one victim had a weapon discharged in his face when he tried to jump on an attacker. Single quote 3 others died because they wanted to catch the man, Naji told 24 Hours, adding that he had been told one assailant left the mosque twice to reload his weapon. Earlier, a witness said that up to 3 gunmen had burst into the mosque, firing on about 50 worshippers. Most of those inside the building were men praying on the ground floor, while women and children were upstairs, it has been reported. Tonight, Canadians grieve for those killed in a cowardly attack on a mosque in Quebec City. My thoughts are with victims and their families, Trudeau wrote on Twitter. I've just spoken with Premier Philippe Couillard and am being briefed by our officials. We have offered any and all assistance needed. A large number of heavily armed police responded to the scene, and according to local media, the president of the mosque said that dozens were injured. Police have secured the perimeter and occupants have been evacuated, according to Le Soleil. There are many victims. There are deaths, a Quebec police spokesman told reporters. Quebec Sergeant Christine Coulombe said the victims' ages range from 35 to 70. Earlier, a witness told CBC's French-language service Radio Canada suggests that as many as 3 shooters began firing. About 39 people are said to have escaped unharmed. Police put up a security perimeter around the mosque and initially declined to comment to reporters about the incident. Single quote, why is this happening here? This is barbaric, said the mosque's president, Mohamed Yangui. The motive for the attack is not yet clear. Ali Hamadi said he left the mosque a few minutes before the shooting. He said his friend and co-worker Abdelkrim Hassan, who worked in IT for the government, was killed. He said Hassan has 3 daughters and a wife. He got the neighbor to bring the wife to the hospital so she could hear the news. She asked, was he badly hurt? He said he had to tell her he was dead. Muhammad Ojiri normally attends the prayers but missed this Sunday. He is worried and is now considering moving back to Morocco. He told the press, "We are not safe here." Single quote, Quebec City Police later tweeted, "The situation is under control." In a later statement, Trudeau wrote, "It was with tremendous shock sadness and anger that I heard of this evening's tragic and fatal shooting at the Centre Culturel Islamique de Quebec located in the Suite Foy neighborhood of the city of Quebec. We condemn this terrorist attack on Muslims in a center of worship and refuge. On behalf of all Canadians, Sophie and I offer our deepest condolences to the family and friends of all those who have died, and we wish a speedy recovery to those who have been injured. While authorities are still investigating and details continue to be confirmed, it is heart-wrenching to see such senseless violence. Diversity is our strength, and religious tolerance is a value that we, as Canadians, hold dear. Muslim Canadians are an important part of our national fabric, and these senseless acts have no place in our communities, cities and country. Canadian law enforcement agencies will protect the rights of all Canadians, and will make every effort to apprehend the perpetrators of this act and all acts of intolerance. Tonight, we grieve with the people of Suite Foy and all Canadians. The mayor of Gatineau, Quebec said there will be heightened security at mosques in the city after the attack. François Deschamps, a member of a refugee support group in Quebec City, said right-wing groups are very organized in Quebec City and distribute flyers at the university and plaster stickers around town. Deschamps said he has received death threats after starting a refugee support group on Facebook and people have posted his address online. "I'm not very surprised about the event," Deschamps said. Other cities are upping security in light of recent attacks at Muslim places of worship. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio said on Twitter, "The awful attack in Quebec is not an outlier. Today, a mosque in Texas was burned to the ground. We must stop those who seek to divide us." NYPD is providing additional protection for mosques in the city. All New Yorkers should be Yangui, who was not inside the mosque when the shooting occurred, said he got frantic calls from people at evening prayers. Victims were taken to different hospitals across Quebec City. French President François Hollande on Monday condemned in the strongest possible terms what he called an odious attack. "It's the spirit of peace and openness of the people of Quebec that the terrorists wanted to hit," added Hollande. German Chancellor Angela Merkel's spokesman condemned the despicable. Stefan Seibert said the German leader was shocked by the shooting. Seibert said, "If the killers intended to set people of different faiths against each other or to divide them, they must not and will not succeed in that. We stand in mourning beside the Muslim community in Quebec." This morning, it emerged that a pig's head had been left outside the mosque last year. The incident occurred in the middle of Ramadan, when Muslims fast from dawn to sunset. Practicing Muslims do not eat pork. Like France, Quebec has struggled at times to reconcile its secular identity with a rising Muslim population, many of them North African immigrants. The face covering, or niqab, became a big issue in the 2015 national Canadian election, especially in Quebec, where the vast majority of the population supported a ban on it at citizenship ceremonies. Incidents of Islamophobia have increased in Quebec in recent years. In 2013, police investigated after a mosque in the Saguenay region of Quebec was splattered with what was believed to be pig blood. In the neighboring province of Ontario, a mosque was set on fire in 2015, a day after an attack by gunmen and suicide bombers in Paris. Yesterday, a Texas mosque was ravaged by a fire just hours after President Donald Trump signed an executive order restricting migration from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. A clerk at a convenience store spotted smoke and flames billowing from the Islamic Center of Victoria at around 2 a.m. on Saturday. The fire department spent more than 4 hours battling the blaze. The cause of the fire is still unknown. A pig's head was left outside the Quebec City Islamic Cultural Center in June.